Much of modern-day Hong Kong is built upon reclaimed land, and the further you move away from the harbour area, the steeper the land rises. So, to avoid congestion and steep climbs, in 1993 the city built the world's longest escalator, which stretches for over 800 metres from central up to mid-levels, and luckily for me, passes through SoHo, where there's over 100 bars and restaurants. SoHo stands for south of Hollywood Road, one of the oldest roads in Hong Kong. Prior to 1993, professionals and traders populated SoHo, and as the only access to it was up steep hills, everybody drove, which caused terrible congestion. But the world's longest escalator has changed all that. Here's an exciting fact for you. From 6 AM to 10 AM, the escalator brings the workers down, and from 10:30 AM to midnight, it takes all the shoppers and workers back up. The last 8 years have seen an enormous growth in a vast array of diverse eateries. And now SoHo is the most dynamic area to dine out in Hong Kong. Many of these restaurants are converted houses, providing an intimate and special dining experience. So whether it's Russian, Mexican, Italian, Japanese or Argentinian, SoHo offers cuisine from all corners of the globe. And as for me, I've got an invite to one of the hottest places in town. Well, Nicole, you're the owner of the Alibi, the most happening, chicest place on the edge of SoHo. How long have you been open?
We've been open about 7 months, Russell.
Because I mean, obviously you've got word of mouth go around because you ran the 97 group for quite a while.
Yeah, I was previously running the 97 group. I was actually the owner and the CEO, and we had 10 or 11 places based here in Hong Kong and also in Shanghai.
So obviously you say most people drink champagne in this bar, don't they?
Where we sell a hell of a lot of Veuve Clicquot, which is our house champagne. In fact, we sell, I think we're their largest distributor outside of the hotels.
Wow. And yet the food here is very sort of French, brasserie kind of cuisine.
I felt in the last 10 or 15 years, you know, we tend to be influenced a lot by London, Sydney, New York, food-wise. And I just felt that everything was very fussy and very particular and very architectural in the style of how food was being served. And basically I wanted to go back to just doing very honest food. So
this is very...
So it's, we have some. So it's really simple, good brasserie cuisine. To
the background of this wonderful Hong Kong traffic.
Well, and some cool vibes as well.
So what have we got here?
Well, this is Alibi lobster salad.
I still want to taste it. It's so lovely.
Yeah, you must try it. It's very popular.
Yeah. So we're here on the edge of SoHo. What are the other places in SoHo that are well known? It's quite an up-and-coming area, isn't it? There's so many more places open.
Yeah, it's really built itself up over the past sort of 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And the trend seems to be for more sort of boutique-y, small-style restaurants. And a couple that have opened in the last year. One is called Boca, which is doing Spanish food, Spanish tapas. Really good, really simple place, very good design. I think people have paid, restaurant owners have paid a lot more attention now to the design of places as well. It's very important to the atmosphere and the ambience. My favorite place in SoHo is a little pizza joint, actually, that's opened by a couple of Nepalese boys.
Really?
And it's packed every night, and it's just really quaint and really simple and good ambience. But there's also some fabulous local Chinese restaurants as well.
Well, your restaurant's obviously very busy and popular because someone's trying to obviously book a table now.
Well, they won't be able to get one tonight.
This is delicious.
They're already
So
full.
you say many small restaurants have opened just over the last year or so?
Yeah, maybe like the year or 2 years, but really groovy and fun places. And obviously, the more the merrier. You know, it really creates an area and a vibe, you know, similar to SoHo in London.
Right. So how many have opened in the last, say, year or so?
In SoHo, maybe like 30 or 40 places.
30 or 40?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
business is booming.
For a lot of the places it is, I still think one needs to be professional and organized and needs to be very clear in their idea of what they're doing and the concept of what they're doing. And those people that have set up places and are operating, yeah, they're doing really well.
Right, well, this looks delicious. I'm going to have to eat some more. What have you got in front of you?
Russell, I'm having my favourite dish, which is roasted barramundi with a ratatouille salad. Very simple and very delicious.
You eat this all the time?
I do indeed.
Wow, so if I eat that, I'll get to look like you. I'll have 12 of those, please. No, I'm going to have some of this delicious. Bon appetit.